Alright, these are some of the gear that I use when I lift weights. The belt on the left is my old belt, and this green one right here, you can't really see too well, is the new belt that I just bought. Hoping to use it, you know. But pretty much for these belts, you kind of want to get one of these powerlifting belts because it's thick all around. You don't want those like gym belts where it's only thick in the back and then it's kind of like loose in the front, because when you put it on and you squeeze your core and your abs, you don't have any support on your stomach. You only have support on your lower back. So, you know, those regular belts that you find at the gym or, you know, at Walmart and stuff, they're kind of low quality. You kind of want to stay away from those. You want to buy like a powerlifting belt where it's thick all the way around, so you get a protection from your entire core, not just your lower back. Another thing that I really like to emphasize is shoes. Of course, wrestling shoes are like probably the best shoes you can lift in, just overall, because they're like really flexible and they're tight as well at the same time. They're sturdy. I really like using these for deadlifts and any other type of lifting besides squat and bench. So, you know, these would be like the shoes that I would wear doing back workouts or arms and shoulders. So yeah, and these are my squat shoes and my bench shoes. So these are kind of expensive. If you're kind of new to lifting, I wouldn't really recommend these, but you know, the reason why I like these is because they're really well, they look good, but they're also really tight and strong. So when you tie it on really good, you're picking up like 500 or 600 pounds. You know, you're not really gonna be going anywhere. It's really stable, so that's the reason why I like these. When you squat with like regular running shoes and stuff, you tend to like move or rock back and forth. That's not good. You don't want to do that. And since this has a heel, it kind of keeps your it lets you sit back a little bit better and deeper without having to go as deep. And it also helps you train your posterior chain a little bit better because of that. So, you know, squat shoes are, like I said, like a bonus. I used to squat in wrestling shoes as well, and they're pretty good. So, you know, either or. This is kind of like for both, but you know, if you're like into powerlifting or something like that, maybe squat shoes would be better. If you're like doing some heavy benches, wrist wraps would do you good. It'll keep your wrist tight, and it'll kind of prevent you from having any kind of injuries. So, you know, these are kind of good to have. It might even give you like a small boost in your bench. They cost like 20 bucks. I can give you guys a link on the YouTube channel to Quest. You can kind of buy these for pretty cheap. And these are the knee wraps. Yeah, knee wraps are good to have if you're getting a little heavy on the squats, you know, for competition or just to have them. The particular brand that I have are the Inzer brands, and they're really good. You guys can give these a try. And yeah, I mean, shoes, belt are a must, and wrist wraps for any heavy presses, and knee wraps if you're starting to have a little trouble with your knees when you squat. And that's pretty much it for the regular gym items.